Hi everyone, this is actually quite a well-requested film. I did a little speed beauty with my friend who's a fashion stylist, Gail Rinkoff, and we do this thing where it's called How Do You Wear It? So whatever clothes she decides to wear, then I kind of do a makeup that's complementary to that, just for inspiration, no rules. And this was a kind of Daisy Jones and the Six inspired 70s makeup. Now, just FYI, this is not how to create a 70s makeup at all. This is a modern take on a 70s bohemian look. So it's kind of very soft and sort of glossy with that kind of hint of that style. But we're not doing a history lesson here because I'm really like, there are so many different nuances and even within a decade, sort of early to mid to late 70s, whichever decade you're talking about, there are so many different parts to it, different looks that I would be very particular, is what I'm trying to say, about creating a look like that, because I studied it and I love it. And I've got hundreds of books on the history of makeup, etc., through the decades. Anyway, so we're not talking about that. We're just doing a lovely kind of bohemian 70s look, ready for spring. I've been wearing my little fairy gilet for most of the winter actually, over hoodies and coats and God knows what, just to keep myself a little bit warmer. But anyway, it's a very quick film what I do, and someone said, please, 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 I love this, could you do it in a slower, more speed beauty way, or a slow beauty? I should have a speed beauty and a slow beauty, really, shouldn't I? I'm not sure how many people would subscribe to slow beauty, but you know, you never know these days, anything goes. Right, okay, so we started with Monica Blunder, and woo, can I say that I met the lovely lady, Monica herself. She came to London and she was promoting, well, she was promoting and she had a few new lipstick shades. I'll use those in a future film because they're really nice. But just to meet everyone, because we haven't really met her because it was just before lockdown that they created Blunder Beauty. She is an American makeup artist, very famous for doing lots of other famous people, based in Hollywood, but she has created this really beautiful makeup which I've definitely used before. I'm going to use two colours. And it's just such a really nice base to use for a number of reasons. First reason, I'm going to be using my 0.9 Kitco brush is the fact that I can get lots of coverage really quick and easily onto my skin without much fuss. But the great thing is about this product, and why you can always tell that these products are developed by an actual makeup artist, is that they are multi-purpose products, meaning that with this brush, as you can see, I can literally eradicate all my skin imperfections to create a smooth coverage. And then you take a smaller brush or your finger and you layer it up, and it layers up beautifully, but it still covers with that slight soft glow to it, which is what I love. Damn it! I was going to use the e.l.f. primer, which I've been loving. I did not like the e.l.f. primer. You know, the one that Jennifer Coolidge did? And she said, oh, I look like a dolphin. I didn't get the joke. Is there a joke? This. Really, really lovely. It's made my skin look smoother. I'll do that another time. But that was my plan, and I'm sorry I've messed up. But I was Power Grip Primer, and I put it on, I was like, ooh, no, gloopy, do not like that. And then it kind of settled in, and then I was a bit like, oh. And then I was a bit like, oh. Sorry I can't share that with you, but there's a little taster for a few weeks to come. We'll do that again. Anyway, it's a nice big fat brush for nice, great, even coverage, super quick. Then I take my ring finger, and that's when I start to spread it. And this is why I like this product so much. I've actually decanted it into a little palette for work, because that makes it nice and easy, especially if you're working on location. But just in those areas that I need the extra coverage, I can place it on without it looking mask-like, and it doesn't feel mask-like at all. It feels very creamy, very balmy, but these little cheeky areas that need a little bit of coverage, if I want to have a nice flattering, flawless makeup, that makes it so easy. There's 30 shades in total. I'm going to be using the 2.25 with my finger, literally, because I love the warmth of my finger for just pressing in into that area. But I won't go too heavy with it. I'm just using this in the darker grey areas of my eyes, and then I will thin it out with a brush, because I don't want too much, because it is a slightly thicker product, and I need to just sort of buff it very lightly around my eyes, but at least I've got that colour, you know, just having that brightness there really sort of helps. So Monica was really lovely. She had quite a few events with press and influencers and other makeup artists. It's just really, really nice to meet these people in real life. And huge congratulations to her. Her brand is building and building and building, and she's just gone into Space NK. So well done, Monica. So that is Monica Blunder Beauty Blunder Cover. Very, very nice. And that's what I used for the look. Now I'm going to change a couple of products. I used Sculpted by Amy Cream Bronzer, but I left it at work, so I don't have it with me. So I'm going to be using Bondi Bay, which is another really beautiful cream bronzer. I'm really fussy about my cream bronzers. I like them to be very caramelly. Oh gosh, I'm going to hate myself doing this because it just feels such an Instagram joke. I don't know why I'm saying joke, but I just see it so many times. Oh, that's very loud, sorry. Let me take a Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to just take this brush and blend this out, because oh my giddy aunt, it's all going off. Because I'm not doing a contouring thing. What I'm doing is creating a really lovely, soft, bronzy makeup. Now, that sort of soft 70s skin is all kind of like outdoorsy, matte, just almost super, super natural, as though you've, you know, got the lovely sunny summer vibes on your skin with like no redness or anything at all. So really, I'm sort of colouring in most of my face, but leaving the under eyes bright, making sure that I've got the shape there. And obviously by using the cream, I'm going to lift off a little bit of the makeup, so I can't expect a perfect flawless makeup. I would have to go back and go over those areas, but I'm fine with that. Now, and then just for a little bit of thickness, just a bit more over the cheeks. It's a really nice colour, this, and quite handy in the stick formula. So that just changes everything so quickly, doesn't it? I'm not going to use any highlighter. I'm just going to create that lovely warmth and just keep that caramel tone, just really sort of blending in nicely under the jaw, but so you've got a little bit of difference between the jaw and the cheekbone, so it's not just like you've changed the colour of your skin completely. You've still got a little bit of shape, but just over your nose and stuff. It's a really, really nice colour. Okay, so let me just ink up a few little brows, I think, just to create some shape before I go in with the eye. This is the Stila ink in medium. I like this because it's a nice cool colour. I can't have any warmth in my brows, and even if the tiniest amount of warmth, which I think you've sort of seen me do before on the channel, if I've used a new product, somehow that camera just picks it up. So I have to be nice and cool. This is shade medium. And this is literally coming to the end of this one. So I can be quite sort of haphazard with it. Try and store it in my pen pot downwards, so the ink is ready to use, but nice and soft, not too much for brows. See, the brows in the 70s were so natural compared to today's brows. Oh my gosh. So if you had thin brows, you had thin brows basically, and you know, just a little bit of clear mascara. Array Perez. This is a really beautiful new brand which has come to my attention, which I might just do a sole video on actually. It's really beautiful, lovely, natural products. Array Perez, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Anyway, this is their brow gel. This is the one that I use. Really, really soft and lovely. I don't want too much depth, texture, shape or solidness to my brows. I want to kind of keep it as is. Oops, and I've got a meeting in a moment, so I might just have to dash. With my son's school. Everything's good, don't worry, everything's good, just about. Yay, the joys. And And thank you so much, actually, because I've had so many messages from you all about my eldest son going to America. And yes, I've been super, super brave. It's 2.5 months now since I've seen him. And I did have a bit of a rubbish week earlier this week, but I've managed to put my feelings back in the box, put the lid on, tighten the lock, and getting on with it. But yeah, he's doing good so far. Thank you very much. In the film that I did on Instagram, I used the Neo Nude Melting Colour by Giorgio Armani, which, oh God, I love these. But the colours are very limited, and I'm trying, I know it's a bit of a late New Year's resolution, to check the products that I'm using, because some of the products I have and I love, and I just don't check that they're not available to buy, because my whole sole purpose really is just to chat to you and communicate with you. And if you buy products from my link below, I make a small amount. Everything is on my shop, my shelf, not a huge amount at all, but it's really annoying if you go and buy it and it's not there. So I'm very sorry about that. I'm trying my best, okay, to make sure that I get you to use products that are available. Right, after that, we're going in with Plush, and this is by a brand called Jensen, which I love. So I used the Giorgio Armani, because it's a really soft wash all around my eye. So I'm going to do the same with this beautiful muddy colour with a fluffy, fluffy brush. This is Amy Connolly's The Tapered. So putting it right in the tip here, and I'm going all across my eye. So I'm just creating almost like a tint, going quite up far to my brow, into my socket, and then sweeping it underneath, because I just want these colours to kind of softly merge into each other, so you don't really see where they stop and where they start, but it's kind of like shaping my face without looking like too much detail. And that's why these lovely soft washes of colours work so well. Taking the same tapered brush right underneath, really kind of low. And you can see how this is making my eye shape look so much bigger, just because I'm adding a little bit of depth into this eye area. So again, really soft. Look how far I'm taking it out around that area. So quite a big margin from my eye. Whereas I know most of us, when we're putting our eyeliners on, I should just get really close to the eyelash. But actually, if you want your eyes to look bigger, definitely talked about this before, so increase the surface of your area of your eye, okay? Increase that surface area of your eye by using a darker colour, going in with a clean brush just to soften this area so everything is very feathered and very diffused. Don't be scared to take it out this far. Just don't be scared. Once you've got your lashes on, it all tends to make sense. Now, let's just go back and go a little bit darker. Do you guys have alarms for everything? I have alarms for everything. I have alarms for alarms. And then I'm thinking, oh God, what's that alarm set for? I even have the calendar links, but sometimes they don't come up because I'm not always set on my computer, so it might not just come up on my phone. So I've got all these noises pinging off this time, that time. God, ridiculous, isn't it? I put it down to having a busy life, not having no brain. Although I've just started taking something called lion's mane. Anyone take lion's mane? My only sort of things that I've gained from it so far, which is wonderful, is I feel particularly calm. Like on the inside. Probably don't feel or look or sound calm to you guys. Trying to convey all my messages. But yeah. I'm trying with my collagen and my lion's mane, and you kind of take these things, don't you? And then, well, I do. And then I get really excited and line them all up, take them every day, and then I just sort of stop taking them. For reasons I don't know why. Why not? So I'm loving my green teas, and I'm loving my collagen milkers, and I'm loving my lion's mane. See, I know I nearly already forgot. Anyway, I'm not going to embarrass myself further. We're going in with Kiko number 24, the metallic eyeshadow. And I'm placing this, oh, look at this, right on the inner corner there. Look how lovely these are. Oh, that's so nice. So you can see, oh look, even, I didn't even do a double dip. Didn't even double dip. Just click there. There we go. I've got my gilet from Zara, by the way, if you want to know. It was a couple of months ago. I've literally thought, oh, would I ever wear that? I have literally not taken it off. So now I put the light colour on, just go with the dark colour, always making sure you've got that nice darker colour. Nice, soft and washy. Soft and washy. It'll all come together. Don't worry. Right, 70's spiky lashes. We're going with Max Factor Masterpiece. Max Factor Masterpiece Max Mascara, because I particularly love this, this mascara brush. Okay, so use the tip, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. It's one of those wands, if you're one of those, well, if like me, you're getting loads of mascara over your eyelids every time you put mascara on, because the skin is collapsing slightly, especially on the lid. So I've got hair right there, I can see it, there we are. Then this is a really good brush because the bristles are short and it's not too skinny that you can't get enough product on it, but it works super, super well at keeping the mascara on your lashes, but not necessarily all over the eyelid. And now I've said that, I'm setting myself up for a fall, aren't I? I'm setting myself up to put my mascara on for you all, and it will all go over my lid. Let's hope not. Right, really turning that mascara wand through the base of that mascara to make sure that I am really getting lots of mascara deep into the belly of the mascara wand. So I get that lift. Then I'm just going to use the tip, you see, just to get some nice little spiky lashes to make sure they're all nice and lifted. Take the belly of the mascara, do a little zigzag right at the root. Yep, pretty tidy so far. And build and build and build. When you come back to the second coat, when it's partially drying, that I always find is when you get the sweet spot of the mascara. You get that real lift. But it does take a little bit of time and patience, and just that time almost for the first coat to dry. And lift those up. Wonderful. And without one single edit, that's what I love. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you. Not one single edit, did I say, of putting that mascara on. And that's what I wanted to say. Now I'm repeating myself. It's really annoying, all these makeup masterclasses that you see on Instagram, and everything is edited down, so you really don't know actually how long the process takes. And I kind of equate that to cooking. I see all these beautiful Oh no, that was the call. I'm gonna have to go. 1 second. Right, sorry for that. All good. Right, where were we? We've just finished off the spiky little lashes, and I'm going to go in with my lip. The light has really come out. She's making me look a little bit browner, isn't it? These Fenty Beauty glosses are just divine. I've never used them before. This one is called Fenty Glow, and I've tried the Gloss Bomb, the one with the applicator, slightly sparkly, makes everyone's lips look so voluminous and it's not sticky, but this coloured one is absolutely beautiful, and I thought really kind of warm for this look. I'm going to start with a little bit of a lip liner. This is Rimmel, long-lasting finish, and it's 705. Just because this is quite a sheer colour and my vermilion line is quite weak at the top, I'm just going to blend in very lightly this colour just to give myself some dimension. So put the liner on, work it into all the nooks and crannies, and soften and soften. That's why I like to do it on the side of the pencil so I don't get that thickness. this product. It just creates a nice soft ombre effect across the top of the lip. Can't beat Rimmel for liners, lip liners and eyeliners. They're really soft. The Scandaleyes, they're so soft. Just build up that side a bit more. But then soften over the edge. Now, I'm going to place this on just with my finger actually, don't need to waste a brush. So nice. And it lasts as well. And obviously you can't, you know, have a full roast dinner or anything. But if you're out and about talking about your business, it doesn't fade. Some sort of glossy lip balms are so refined that they just are too fluid and they just get diluted. Myself a little bit of a mess of that. Just tidy that up and soften that line. It's just lovely and warm. I don't often wear this kind of like colour palette, but it's nice when you sort of tie it all in together because then it works. I'll rub that together and then just connect a little bit more of the liner just to create a little bit more shape. But if I hadn't have done that before, I wouldn't have got anything there. Now, and take my C2 MAC Studio Fix. This is my powder that I use to actually cover quite a lot of things. But just running this underneath the lip line. And I've got something quite glossy and balmy on. Just helps keep it in place. And then once it's in place, I don't have to worry about it. So there we go. That is a kind of warm 70s inspired bohemian look, possibly. Anyway, do let me know if you've been watching the How Do You Wear It series and whether you like it or not. It's kind of, the idea sort of came about because I don't think a lot of people really think about their makeup necessarily when they're choosing their clothes. Sort of like, what outfit am I going to put on? And then I'll just put either my standard makeup on, or, you know, I don't think people think of it as a two-part thing, but that's how we work. So I thought, well, let's just do that as a little reel, but obviously it's very quick. Anyway, just a little bit of inspiration for you, and I hope you've enjoyed the film, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.